Hi, I'm Emmy.
And I'm James.
And welcome back to the Bestiary, Monster Manual A through Z. And today, James, what are we talking about?
Blights.
Ooh.
Weird, evil plant creature men thingies. They come in a variety of forms.
3 to be exact. I believe we have the needle blight, the twig blight, and the vine blight. All of them have various spoopy spoops.
Yes, and spoopy spoops they are. Created by an evil force and spawned from a particularly corrupted form of nature called the Gulthias tree, or Gulthias tree. I've never been sure about the pronunciation.
Yeah, I don't believe I've ever heard a spurt pronounce it. So, sadly, I am not exactly sure, but I do know that he was a vampire, or so the legend goes, and he spawned the first one from his body, which is a very cool point for me, is that this is a tree that is spawned from a particular evil or a fragment of evil, and it implies that most of the time this happens when something evil dies and the land is corrupted around it. But to me, this could also be something that was maybe purposefully planted. You've got several different options that lead to a little bit of a mystery that you want to solve. If, in fact, you're interested in not just clearing a path through them and actually stopping them, because they'll just keep coming as long as there's a tree.
Yeah, why are these things here? What is kind of the greater meaning behind this threat? Because on their own, these things aren't particularly dangerous. You've got your needle blights that can sort of fire needles at you. You've got your vine blights that can sort of ranged grapple you with their viney arms. And then you've got your twig blights that are tiny and can be stepped on, but are dangerous in large numbers. I actually really like the versatility behind them. From a DM perspective, I think they can really do one thing well, and that's as a horde enemy. There's nothing like being able to say, to your players, you see coming through the trees ahead of you dozens upon dozens of strangely malformed plant people. Can, give a real sort of heavy, threatening atmosphere. And again, that kind of question of what these things are, where did they come from? Yeah, simple but effective.
Where did they go? But from a player's perspective, it's very similarly, I see that mystery, that need to keep going further, and it can keep getting worse as you keep going in. So you fight 2 or 3. Their challenge rating's what, a quarter?
Yeah,
not
for the really little ones.
Yeah, for just 1 quarter. So, you maybe wipe down 2 or 3 Snicker Snack, you're feeling good, and then you just keep going, and they keep getting more and more and more and more, and you keep going, and they're keeping more and more. And so if you're in an area where this is happening, you really do kind of want to go get that tree, because it's going to affect, at the very least, your party. If you're running a good campaign, it's going to be affecting people around you. It's just, it's nasty, and it's around. They are evil, which is one of my favorite things that you don't see in a lot of these swarming things. You see a lot of neutral, mindless swarms that are just kind of doing at you, but these are actually evil.
Yeah.
They have evil intent. They're not terribly smart, but they're a little bit smarter.
Yeah.
They can understand you when you speak. So they do have goals and desires that often are related to the evil that seeded them there. They may continue on with their plans. One of them might speak, actually, in his voice.
Yeah, speaking of kind of the creepy undertones of these things, the Vine Blight is capable of speaking. And as you say, it's not particularly smart, but it will kind of emulate that evil intent of whatever created it. And I love, because in my head anyway, I think, well, why can the Vine Blight speak and the others can't? It's because of some form. They probably have like vocal cords made of this weird plant matter, and that's really creepy and really cool. And imagining you're fighting these things and thinking, yeah, they're sort of these mindless creations, corruptions of nature, and then one of them starts to talk to you. If anything, I think they're a little underrated.
Yeah, absolutely. I think atmosphere, like you were saying, is really the name of this game. And they're very intriguing. They really make you want to know more and keep fighting them and figure out what's happening. Thank you so much for joining us this week on The Bestiary. Have you ever been swarmed by a crawling mass of plants? Tell us about it in the comments below. We'd really love to talk to you about it. And while you're there, give this video a like. It really helps us out. And be sure to hit that bell. It'll let you know when we release more videos. Click here to watch some more Adventurers Pack, and click here to subscribe. Join us next week when we'll be talking about bugbears.